Hello friends, Idaho Garden Girl here. Today's the 27th of July and this is a weekly update. Just wanted to give you the overview of how the garden is looking. So the winter squash is doing well. I have found some squash bugs, so that's not a good thing. Strawberries are mixed in with weeds. Peppers starting to come back from their poor handling, I guess. Tomatoes are doing well. Here's the parsnips going to seed. Cucumbers, that's an empty bed back there that needs complete weeding. That one I weeded and so it's empty, and the rest of it I haven't done anything with. So let's start with a container garden. These Okinawa pink okra are growing like crazy in the heat. These peppers are recovering. Who knows if they'll make it, if they'll be able to put on any peppers. These are looking pretty good. This one is called Dracula. It's a it's a beautiful plant. Here's a couple more peppers. Here is dwarf long green pod okra. And there's a parsnip in there. Another parsnip. And this is Alice Elliott okra right there. It's pretty big. This is Sunstripe Zucchini. Look at how big that's gotten. Some more peppers. Table King acorn squash. Another Table King acorn squash. Parsnips. There's a parsnip in there with the second Sunstripe. Green bush zucchini. Table Queen acorn squash. Table Queen acorn squash. Another green bush zucchini. Here's the strawberries and the black-eyed Susans. Black-eyed Susans are so beautiful. Here's this crazy sunflower. It's already more than 3 feet tall. And this last squash in the row is Summer Pack. It's a yellow crookneck. So then look at the potatoes. The potatoes have gone crazy. The plants are waist high to me. Of course, they have the bag, but they've grown so much. Getting flower buds. The biggest challenge is keeping them watered. I watered these yesterday, thoroughly soaked them, and they're already pretty dry. Yeah, I absolutely soaked them. If I dig down a little bit, it's cooler down there, but it's still dry, so they need water again. All the potatoes looking good. 2 little eggplants. No, that one, I wonder if that one's actually gonna bloom. It might. And then I had some extra tomato plants and I'm just putting them in here and there in these pots. We'll see what happens. You know how it goes. Here is one of my towers, and this is the cucumber tower, and it is going crazy. There's actually a cucumber formed right there. It isn't a perfect shaped cucumber though, so probably didn't really get fully pollinated. But anyway, there's lots of little cucumbers happening here. all throughout. So I'm looking forward to picking some cucumbers to eat. Here's the chard. Look at how this is recovered. It's just bounced back and it's growing like crazy. It actually does well in the warm weather. As long as you keep it watered, those plants are coming on strong. Here are my green beans. Actually, I keep calling them green beans and they're not green. They're Tanya's pink pod. And so you can see also the stems are pinkish. So yeah, those are Tanya's pink pod and they're doing well. Now let's go check the rest of the garden. Here's the winter squash. It's growing like mad. And I did find, like I mentioned earlier, I did find some squash bugs. I found 2 squash bugs 2 days ago. Then yesterday I found 3 squash bugs. And I've been turning over leaves and looking for, you know, the eggs, smashing adults. I found out they like to hide between the soil and the wooden frame of the bed. They like to crawl right down in there and hide. Well, they also like to crawl down in the base of the plant too. So that's not good. I actually have some flowers on this one. I think these are all, oh look, there's a female flower right down there. See the little squash beginning to form? This one is a new one for me. I've never grown it before. Let me see if I can get the tag. Zapalito de Tronco. So yeah, the seeds were sown on the 6th of June, and here it is, the 27th of July, and hopefully I'll get a crop. But this is the first one that I've seen that has flowers. And does it ever have flowers? Look at all these. And look at the little bees in there. Those are native bees. Look at their long antenna. I don't know if that's in focus. I hope it is. Oops, one left. Yep. One's full of bees too. So the winter squash is growing like mad. I had one die, I don't know why, but it was right there where you see this kind of empty spot. I have no idea, it just keeled over. Couldn't see anything wrong with it, but I think this other one and those other ones will probably fill in easily. I still haven't done anything with the comfrey. Shame on me, right? Let's go. Here's the peppers, and look, they are bounding back. They are bounding back. Starting to look pretty good. That one looks pretty darn good. That's a Peter pepper. There's another Peter pepper. Looking good. The rest of them are plugging along. They may make it. I may get some peppers, I hope so. There's some more peppers. Looks like I need to do some more weeding here. A few of them are still not looking that great. Seriously, that one looks really bad. Really bad. That one, can't even see it for the weeds. It's right there. Looks really bad. But most of them are coming back. These are more peppers and more weeds, you can see. Need to pull some weeds. Nice looking pepper. So that's the peppers. Here's the tomatoes. And I really need to get some poles in there and string them and train them up. Otherwise they're just going to be a massive jungle. But they are easily 2 feet tall. This one's at 2.5 feet tall. They're all growing. This one I'm not sure is an indeterminate variety. I think it's determinate, so it's not going to get big. But this is an indeterminate, and it's going to get big. That's one of those tomato zoo plants that I bought. It doesn't really look like it's doing that well. The leaves are curling. This one and this one's Sunset Horizon. Sunset's Red Horizon, and it's doing really good. I gotta work to keep all the branches inside the cage. This one is a determinate variety. That's Sophie's Choice, and it's doing well. Early Wonder is doing well. And then here's another one of the zoo varieties. This is Sheboygan Paste Tomato. It seems to have recovered from its, episode of something wrong with the soil. This is a mystery tomato that I dug up, decided to go with. So we're gonna see how that works. It's growing well with the heat. Here's San Marzano and another San Marzano. And there's a little ladybug right there. That's good. Now, let's just point out, this is that tomatillo that looks so awesome, and it still looks awesome. However, let's look at this side. These are the kale that I transplanted, and these lower leaves are looking really bad. This one is definitely a trap crop for flea beetles. That right there, that little, whoop, did you see it jump? That little black speck that jumped like a grasshopper, well, they're down in there. You can see them jumping around. Look at this one. Look at the flea beetles on this one. Unbelievable. All those flea beetles right there. When you get up close to them, they jump away like a grasshopper or a flea. And there's ladybirds. Good. Ladybirds eating the aphids, because there's aphids all over those. This is one looks really bad. It's got so many aphids, but look right there. That is a ladybird larva chomping away on aphids. Yay! Thank you, little ladybird larva. So anyway, I'm not real happy with the way these look. They look pretty bad. I haven't made up my mind whether to rip them out or keep them, because they certainly attract the ladybugs, but they don't look good. Especially those ones, especially that one. That one looks really bad. That one looks pretty bad. Now this one over here doesn't look nearly so bad. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look as bad. So this is the bed that was filled full of weeds, grass, and I still haven't finished pulling all that grass out. And as you can see, weeds have started to come back. I actually think that these are all little tiny tomatillos. That looks like tomatillos. But, oh look, she's sharpening her claws. But I wasn't gonna keep all those tomatillos there. and I really need to get the bed cleared out, get all that grass out of there. So it's just sitting there, and I keep working on it little by little. I think that's a gopher hole right there that gopher came up and then went back down. Here are the cucumbers. They're doing awesome. They're doing awesome. I went through and thinned them to one plant. Some of them had 3 plants, some of them had 2 plants, some of them, I even found one that had 4 plants. I just hadn't noticed. I just wanted to get them in the ground. So I got them in the ground, and as they started to grow, I could see that, you know, there was too many plants in each little spot. So I went through and thinned them out to 1. I tried to pick the strongest plant, and they're doing a whole lot better. I can almost see them growing overnight. So this is a bed of weeds and parsnip seeds. Parsnips going to seed. And I keep coming out and collecting the seeds. This is, well, you can see this is mullein. And I came out this morning and picked all the yellow blossoms off of there. There's the parsley flowers and the carrot flowers. So this is what the carrot flowers look like when they're blooming. And then when they are done blooming, they curl up like this, and the seeds form inside. And they get all dried up. But right now they're just forming seeds, and I'll be collecting those when they get dry. And this is the lettuce bed that I had earlier in the season. There's a few weeds in here, but this stuff right here is lettuce that's going to seed. So I'm going to be collecting seeds from that. Here's a lettuce plant. Now it just looks like a big giant weed, right? I'll be collecting seeds from that. See the seeds right there? Not too many in that pinch, huh? Maybe I didn't get down far enough. There we go. There we go. There's the weed. There's the lettuce seeds. So I'm coming through here to collect the seeds. And then I worked on this bed. This bed seemed to have weeds as well, but I managed to get most of them cleared out, and it's all raked smooth. And so I think I'm gonna put a crop in here. Haven't decided what yet. So that's the tour. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now. It's a Monarch Butterfly. Was a monarch, Dad? Oh, I think she might be laying an egg. Wouldn't that be cool? Nope. It sort of looked like she was.